We're going to look at how to use function machines when you want to solve equations. Okay, remember that in function machines we use inverse operation. So in my first example, I start off with x, okay, and I add 7. My answer is 13. Okay, I'm going backwards, so I'm going to start off with 13, and now I need to work out what the inverse operation of adding 7 is, and that is take away 7. Okay, so I need to work out 13 take away 7, which is 6. So the answer is 6. The value of x is 6. And I know that it's actually really easy to see that the answer is 6 without even having to use the function machine, but I just wanted to show you how it works so you can use the same method in some more challenging questions when you have to do more than one step maybe, or when you deal with negative numbers or fractions or decimals when that answer is not so obvious. Let's have a look at another one. We start with x, you add 3, and the answer is minus 2. So now I'm going to start with minus 2, going backwards. So we need to work out the inverse operation. Okay, so instead of adding 3, we take away 3. And then the answer, okay, so minus 2, take away 3, is minus 5. You can put your answer back into the equation, so you can substitute it in and see whether your answer is correct. Okay, so if I do minus 5 add 3, I do get minus 2, so I know I'm correct. In the next example, start with x. Okay, take away 9, and the answer is minus 7. We're going backwards, so we start with minus 7. Now the opposite, okay, of taking away 9 is adding 9. Now minus 7 add 9 is positive 2. So the answer is 2. Okay, we have some more challenging questions on the right hand side. They involve more than one step. Okay. Now, it's very important to do it in the right order. So you need to think about the mass, okay, and what happens to x. So when I look at x, okay, I can see that I need to add 4 first. Okay, so I add 4. Okay, then, okay, my answer is divided by 8. And the final answer is 3. So I need to now do the opposite. So I start with 3 and I'll go backwards. And it's very important to do those operations in the right order. Okay, now here I've got divided by 8. I need to do the opposite of that. So that is going to be times by 8. Okay, now 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, so the answer is 24. So at this point, my answer is 24. I'm just going to put it there, so it's easy for me to calculate. And when I carry on, okay, now I need to work out the inverse operation of adding 4. And that is take away 4. So now I need to work out, I know that before I got 24 as my answer, so now 24 take away 4 is 20. Okay, I can check if my answer is correct. Okay, so if I do 20 plus 4 over 8, that is 24 over 8, or in other words, 24 divided by 8, which is 3. So I know that my answer is correct. Okay, let's have a look at another example. I start with x. Okay, I start with x. And you see that first I times it by 2. Okay, I times it by 2. Okay, so think about big math. And then when I've got my answer, I add 3. And it's very important to do it in this order. Okay, my answer is 15. Then when you go backwards, okay, you also need to do it in the opposite order. So first, you're going to take away 3, okay, because that's the opposite operation. So 15 take away 3 is 12. So at this point, my answer is 12. Okay, and then, okay, I need to, instead of multiplying by 2, I need to divide by 2. Okay, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So the answer here is 6. Okay, the answer here was 20. Again, I could double check if my answer is correct. So 2 times 6 add 3. 2 times 6 is 12, add 3 is 15. Okay, so I know I'm correct. Now, function machines are quite good and visual, okay, and it helps you work out the correct order of your steps. However, there are certain limitations and you don't always use function machines. Sometimes you just can't use them, especially, for example, when you have unknowns on both sides. But it's a very good method as an introduction to solving equations, just to make sure that you get the steps in the right order.